Hey, thank you for being here in this second video. If you have not watched the first video, I do need you to go back. I need you to go back and see that, listen to that, what is a disciple, and pray through that. That's going to be so important that you pray through that before you go to any other video. But on this second video, I want to share with you about Bridgeway. I want to tell you our mission statement and explain to you about discipleship and how we feel discipleship fits into our church. First of all, our mission statement is helping each other follow Jesus by building gospel bridges to Starkville and beyond. I love that mission statement. We feel like God gave us that mission statement. That's kind of who we are as a church. But we absolutely 100% believe that that mission will be fulfilled by disciples and by disciple makers. It's the disciples that are gonna do our mission. And so this is why discipleship for Bridgeway is so important. It is the core of who we are. We believe discipleship and being a disciple maker is everything at church, and everything that we're doing and everything we're trying to do and everything that God has laid on us is through being on this disciple-making journey. So we have 5 goals that we want our disciples to look like. The first one is an authentic worshiper. We want our disciples to be an authentic worshiper. We want our disciples, are Christ disciples. We want Christ disciples to worship the Lord at church, yes, but we want you to worship the Lord at home, at work, on the ball field, playing basketball. We want you to be an authentic worshiper. The second thing, we want the disciples that we're trying to create and make at Bridgeway to be humble servants. We want you to put other people first. Jesus came. Jesus served. Jesus said, I did not come to be served, but to serve and give my life as a ransom to others. That Jesus Christ is our example, and we want to put others first. Third, we want the disciples to be faithful friends, people that stick closer than a brother, people that are there, people who are engaged in lives that you can count on. Next, we want our disciples to be courageous witnesses. We want you to be able to go into your work and your home and wherever the Lord sends you and be able to speak about the Lord, talk about the Lord, to stand up, to be courageous, to speak out about who Jesus is and to live out who Jesus is. And finally, we want our disciples to be committed multipliers. We think this is super important for us to do this goal, for us to reach this mission. We're going to have committed multipliers, people who are committed to being on this disciple-making journey. And so Bridgeway, we are really, really, really stressing discipleship. Now, God has given us a tool to do that. God has given us a tool at Bridgeway to help make disciples. And that tool is called D groups. And so the rest of our video is really going to focus on D groups. So what is a D group? A D group is not a life group. It's not a small group. It's not a community group. Though at Bridgeway, a life group is 8 to 15 people. And they come together once a week. They study scripture. And they are with one another, and they are doing life, and they're learning to do life together biblically. And that is a life group. And that is so, so important. We think that's very, very important. But a D group is different. A D group is 3 or 4 people who come together once a week. They're reading scripture at least 5 times a week. They're writing in a journal. They're memorizing scripture, and they're holding each other accountable. We want our D groups to be biblically engaged. We want our D groups to be prayer. We want that to be a huge part of what's going on in D groups. We want D groups to be a place of scripture memorization, and then finally a place of accountability. That's a little bit different than a life group or a small group. And so for the rest of these video series, we're going to talk about D groups or discipleship groups. This journey, this disciple-making journey, D group is it is an incredible tool that God has given us. And we want to share with you so that you can be on this journey with us. So thank you.